Hello everyone, welcome to George Reviews. I hope you're having a great day. Today on George Reviews, I, the 80s Transformer fan, will be taking a look at a G.I. Joe classified figure. It is Sergeant Slaughter. Yeah, he is numbered at number 53. He's in the standard packaging for G.I. Joe classified figures. You cannot see the figure within, but on the front of the box we get an image or several images of Sergeant Slaughter. We get two CGI renders. The main image is pointing right at us. To the top right of the packaging, we have an image from the 1980s vintage Marvel comics of the Sarge running, and right below that we have another vintage image from the 1980s cartoon. The side panel has a reflected image in Sergeant Slaughter glasses of 3 sky strikers flying overhead. The back of the packaging reveals the actual toy and contents. Anyway, that is our packaging, so let's get Sergeant Slaughter open right now. Here's our figure. I guess I expected it to be one big tray, but I guess they do that little box thing. Here is the Sarge. More youthful than I ever seen him. Back in the day when he was like wrestling the Ultimate Warrior, and he was old then, and this Sergeant Slaughter is much younger than that guy then. Then we get this like Foot Locker. Weapons are located inside here. This is a very nice touch. Bam. Open it up. Get some tissue paper. Rip it open. And inside is the minifigure for Sarge, the hat and the hands right there. We get this little piece of cardboard right here, and already falling out is the AK. Have another little piece. Oh, it's the baton and a whistle right here. And we got some, oh, the glasses are right there. Yeah, you'd think they would have put all this in the tissue paper. We don't know why they didn't. I don't know. Maybe it packed better. Alright, let's get Sarge loose. Now, I had the Sarge as a kid. I had the Triple T tank version and the mail-away version. I love this guy. It was cool that I had pre-known him from wrestling, and he came over to the G.I. Joe line. So I'm going to get this junk out of the way and come right back. Alright, let's get started with the real review. Let's bring Sergeant Slaughter closer and take a look at that head sculpt. We always start with the head. Now, this looks a lot more cartoon inspired and not so much as Robert Rudolph Remus, the actual wrestler who I guess portrayed Sergeant Slaughter in the WWF/WWE, and then on G.I. Joe. The eye paint is dead on the sculpt. The eyebrows, the mustache look good, but I got a paint splotch right here. The hair is laid down, I'm assuming to accommodate the hat, but it still has some nice line work in the hair, a little bit of a part. I believe this torso is a reuse of Roadblock Heavy Artillery, which also was an Amazon exclusive. There's some texturing on his tank top right here. And this is all black plastic, even the shoulders right here, and you can kind of see the bleed through. He's packed in with 2 closed fists. Take a look at those, well molded. And 2 wristbands down to his belt. A little bit of a mispaint over here on the side of his belt. Has a gold buckle, camouflage pants with nice texturing on them. Down to his boots. His boots really look good. This part is a green plastic and the bottom is a black plastic. And where they painted this right here, it matches up almost perfectly to the green plastic. And he has a little bit of molded in knee pads right here. I didn't even peep that out. So overall, now is the fun part. Let's get Sarge geared up. We already took a look at the whistle. Next up is Sarge's hat. We took a look at that as well. Let's get that on his head. See how well that fits. Does it hold on pretty well? Holds on pretty well. Can't pick him up by the hat. Yep, hold on very well. And now the Sarge needs his shades. His army glasses. Let's get those on. How well do they go on and stay on? Bam, Sarge with his glasses on. His hat on. And lastly is this baton, where we're going to need to change out his hands to get him to hold his baton. Okay, I want to go for his right gripping hand so we can complete the look. Just pop that out. There's the peg. Right gripping hand. Pop that right in. Let's see if we can hold this baton. It looks like it's a little bit too much room. We can finagle it in here. Yeah, this hand is a little too wide. I guess they didn't think about that. He should have had a third hand so he can grip it a little bit better. All right, so we can finagle it and get him in the pose holding it. That was the completed Sergeant Slaughter look. Now let's do Sarge's articulation. Starting with his head as usual with the hat and everything on. Sarge can look down a tremendous amount. He can look down this. Wait, let's get his abs right. He can look down this much. Let's see about up. He can look up a whole lot. Wow, that is awesome. Head. We get some side to side. We got a little bit of side to side. 360 going on. Coming to the Sergeant's shoulders. Get his shoulders up this high, which is a lot. 360 at that shoulder. We got a butterfly joint here. And I'm not sure how much this adds to the Joes. I guess it's better than not having it, but is it really helping us get it across his chest? I guess there's something there. Coming to his bicep, which is very well sculpted. Looks very good. You can see veins in his arm and everything. 360 on that bicep. Double elbow hinge. That is a lot of articulation right there. Coming down to that fist on his hand. Got a hinge in and out. Rotate full 360 and up to his torso. He can rear back this much. And then looking up, he can look up a hell of a lot. Same thing with down. Oh, he can bend over a ton right there. Sarge's waist articulation, it is pretty tight. Kind of clicked, didn't it? I'm pretty sure the 360, but since it's oval shaped, I don't want to like stretch it out, keep going around, but you can get plenty of articulation right there. Sergeant's hips and waist area, legs to the side, full splits. Drop down hips as standard for G.I. Joe figures. Leg to the front, very far, pretty standard. Not much to the back because the butt piece is very hard right here, pushing on that. But we can, I guess we can swing it out some and get it out here like this. Coming down to his thigh swivel, his pants with the pockets on them right there. He swivels at the thigh and at the pocket. Full 360 out of that. Coming to his knee, he's very stiff, very new. I'm only activating one bend here, but he has two. There it is. Coming down to his boot, we have a boot cut right here. Bam, bam. No human actually articulates right here, but they love putting it on the figures. But I'll take it. Along with some molded in straps for his boots. Full 360 out of that, even though I didn't 360. Rocker to the front, actually to the back. A whole lot to the front, a whole lot inside the side. Ton of articulation on the Sarge here. Okay, this is what the Sarge looks like with both gripping hands on him. And he kind of holds the baton a little bit better in his hand. I think it's closed more at the bottom down here. It may be specifically meant to be held in his hand. So that is much better. Should have just did them both, but I didn't. But I did now, so here it is. All right, while we still have Sarge with his gripping hands, here is his gun. I called it AK-47. I'm still sticking to that, even though a lot of molded in detail in the gun. The BAM looks good. They even hit it with a little bit of brown for the wood parts, which is cool. And we saw earlier the clip detaches and reattaches. Let's see if we get it in his hand with no muss, no fuss. Let's see if we get the finger on the trigger. We'll hold it. Bam, there he is. Take this, Cobra maggots. And there we go. Sarge holding it with two hands like on the box. Wait, got it. Kind of look the same way he's shooting. Next up are his gripping hands. These things look fantastic. And I say these for last because these are my favorite. They're we're number one from the window to the wow. You're gonna train until you drop. Lastly, we have the G.I. Joe action figure, which is so cool. I mean, if this wasn't a toy review, I would not open it. I promise you. I would just leave it as is. If I could just slide it out. Okay, we got it slid out. Then he's in the inner container. Let's get this off. Let's be careful. I mean, this thing is tiny. It's huge hands. And they managed to get this little thing painted all up. Let's see if I can get it on camera. Don't ask me why I'm whispering. It's so small. It's got me whispering. The arms appear to be painted well. The belt, the boots. He's wearing the glasses. Oh, that's pretty cool. So let's see if we can get it in Sarge's hand. Alright, so after dropping it 45 times, through the magic of editing, I got it to stay in his hand. Let's take a closer look. Okay, it's time to give Sarge the size up and rundown. Here's the Sarge next to Transformers Masterpiece toy line Prowl. Here's the Sarge with a little bit of playtime. He has his very own Masterpiece Optimus Prime and his very own G.I. Joe classified version of himself. Super 7's Master of the Universe Filmation Edition Men-at-Arms. The Boy in Blue, McFarlane's DC Multiverse Superman. Now for some Joes. Here he is next to Snake Eyes. I chose the Snake Eyes because he's the tallest of the three versions that I own, and Sergeant Duke Hauser. Last but definitely not least, and this is the one I've been waiting for, here is Serpentor, and he's a huge figure in this G.I. Joe classified line, standing next to Sergeant.
You fool! What is happening out there?
Oh great Serpentor, the Joes have breached our security. While most of the Joes are contained, one has gotten through all our security and is on his way to the throne room.
None may challenge Serpentor and live. Guards, take care of this intruder. This I command.
Oh great Serpentor, we should take precautions in case this one Joe gets through.
Are you two twin twits suggesting that our Emperor run? Serpentor runs from no man, especially G.I. Joe. Alright, sleazeball, talk. Where's your boss?
He's in the throne room that way.
Thanks. Serpentor, it would appear that the gods have failed.
What do we do now?
Fools, I will face him. No, let the twins go. I command Cobra, fool. You two idiots. Get out there and destroy Sergeant Slaughter, or I'll have your heads.
Yes, great Serpentor.
Oh, great Serpentor. It's been a while, and the twins still haven't checked back in. I have a backup plan. Okay, Snake Breath. We can do this the hard way or the even harder way. It's up to you. You fool! None may challenge Serpentor and live. I was hoping you said that. Take this and that. This is for Duke. This is for me. This is for my mom. And this is for the U.S. of A.
Yo, Joe!
How dare you? Psst, Serpentor. Do you want my help or not? Commander, how do you plan on helping? The only way to defeat an American hero is with a real American. You're gonna get another Joe to help? No, not exactly. Make me Supreme Commander of all your armies and we have a deal. Fine, we have a deal for now. How do we call him? Just leave it to me. You're next, Fang Face. Baroness! Cue the music!
What?
What you gonna do, brother, when the 24-inch pythons run wild on you? You make me sick. Then let's see what you got, Hogan.
Hogan with three big right hands. And there's the boot, he got it! The boot right to the face. Oh, baby!
1, 2, 3.
I'm so sorry, I just couldn't help myself. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. But now I want to get the Sarge next to some artwork and take a look, see how he sizes up. Alright, let's get him next to the live action version of Robert Rudolph Remus, Sergeant Slaughter. Alright, I want to give you my final thoughts on the Sarge here. He is a great figure. He comes with the perfect amount of accessories. I couldn't think of anything else that he may have needed, but I got always have a wish list. I wish he came with a more angry face or swappable head where he was like really pissed off or maybe yelling. We get to see some teeth and a little bit more expression. And where is the Triple T tank? They gave us a Serpentor with an air chariot. I mean, I can imagine the Triple T tank much bigger than that. It probably would have been hollowed out. But they probably was trying to figure out how to way to put it into a HasLab project and charge us $300 for it. Just give me the hollow tank with the false treads with some wheels underneath so I can push it along. You know, how hard is that? But speaking of that, he probably will be revisited down the line because in the vintage toy line, Sergeant Slaughter had 3 distinct looks. He had the look sort of like you see in front of you. Then he had the version where he actually was a mail away with USA across his tank top, and then he had on black tights, I believe. Then he had the Slaughter Marauder version, and we've already gotten some Slaughter Marauder figures, say that 3 times fast, in this line. I know we got Barbecue. I can't think of some of the others, but I know we got Barbecue in the blue. So I'm pretty sure this guy is going to get a repaint down the road. Hopefully we get a secondary head that we can swap around and put on this one. If they drop those other 2 versions, that would be awesome. Sarge is still available on multiple sites, so he's still out there if you guys haven't got him. And if you do have the Sarge, do you love this figure? He's instantly one of my favorite Joes / Cobra people in the G.I. Joe Classified line. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That's all I have for you. I want to thank everybody for watching another episode of George Reviews. The reviews where every toy has a story. At ease, disease.